What's up, everybody? This is Rahiem Eskeli here, 403 Sports Talk. Sitting on either side of me are the coaches for the Baystate Academy, Lady Bills, Coach Lovejoy and Coach William KATZKI to my left. We're going to pick their brains real quick. We got 5 questions for each of them, and we're going to start now. Coach Lovejoy, with your legendary career and what you were able to do at Central, state champion, this 1,000-point scorer, but you're just getting started, obviously. Where did it all come from? Where did your love for the game of basketball come from?
So I think the love of the game came from my brother, and my dad. Yep. Okay. My dad played as well, and they say he was pretty good, so I believe him. But it just came from me following my brother around. We're 3 years apart. We were really close when we were growing up, so whatever he did, I did, and that meant playing basketball. I would follow him to the courts. I would go to his games. I would rebound for him, or he would rebound for me. So just kind of watching him play and how competitive he is, just kind of wanted me, or it kind of made me want to just play at some point.
Awesome. Coach KATZKI, I hear you were a Commerce Red Raider. Can you elaborate on the experience for us a little bit and tell us what you learned on the court and how do you plan to use it as a coach for the Baystate Bulls?
Well, honestly, I never made grades to play at Commerce.
Okay.
but I did play AAU from age 12 all the way to age 18.
Stingers.
Team Rock Stingers.
Yeah.
Charles Betts, let's go. He on her my last year. I learned a lot about hustle. We ran Springfield College, we ran AIC, we ran up and down State Street. That was practice. No basketball. Run. It's all about hard work and just grinding. That's what that's all, grinding. Commerce too as a school. At Commerce, you gotta grind.
Right. We know the rep Commerce had. Coach Lovejoy, you were one of Missouri Southern University's best 2-year players the program's ever seen. Please, can you describe for us a process you took, starting with your work ethic that helped you play at such a high level with no drop off? Can you talk to us about that?
So I just kind of think growing up I was super competitive. I'm still competitive now. If we are walking to the car, I want to beat you. Everything I do, I want to win, and I want to be the best at what I do. So I think growing up, my work ethic was, what can I do to be better than I was the day before, or what can I do to be better than someone I'm playing against or my teammates. And so that just kind of carried over into my college career, coming out of a JUCO out of Nebraska. I just wanted to go in, make an impact for my last 2 years, which I played at Missouri Southern State University. And like you said, I was very successful, but I think that just came from me wanting to grind, wanting to work hard, and wanting to put in that hard work and make sure that, whatever I'm doing, I'm always giving my best. So that's, one thing I always tried to do when I was playing the sport of basketball.
Awesome. Okay, I got to race her when we're done with the interview. We're going to race her to your car. We'll see who's going to win. Coach KATZKI, if there was one person who inspired you to coach, who was that and how did they inspire you?
That inspired me? Probably my brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
My youngest years playing basketball, when I first started, I was 8. I met him when I was 8, him and my sister 8 years apart from me. So they were 16. And as soon as they got together, I'd never played basketball when I was a baseball player.
Okay, wow.
And then they got together. He told my dad to buy a basketball hoop because he was pretty solid. And he just taught me basketball, and then became my Wilshire head coach. And if it wasn't for him, I probably would have never picked up a basketball.
Oh, all right. Humble beginnings. Coach Lovejoy, can you elaborate on your experience playing basketball in Australia and exactly how that came to be? And what did you enjoy and what didn't you enjoy during your time in the land down under?
My first 2 years I went and I played basketball at a junior college, Northeast Community College. And I actually had a teammate. She was from Australia, Alicia Foley.
Okay.
And, you know, we played there together for 2 years. We both kind of went our separate ways our last 2 years of school. I went off to Missouri Southern and played my last 2 years there. And I got a message from her husband regarding and asking if I was interested to play basketball at the next level. They knew a coach that was looking for a player to kind of come over and make an impact straight away. And, you know, I kind of gave it some thought, and then I went and I looked on the map, see how far it was.
Ooh, 10,500 miles.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Yep.
And so where I was going to be going, and at first, you know, I was a bit nervous, but I jumped at it straight away, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to do it. I went back in, I think it was 2011, maybe 2012.
Okay.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I left late February, early March. Stayed over there, had 4 successful seasons. I played for the Southern Peninsula Sharks for 1 year, and then I played my last 3 years at Chelsea Basketball Association, where I met some amazing people, and played for 2 amazing basketball clubs. But Chelsea, they're the ones that are locked in. And my experience there was amazing. The people, they're great. You know, the kids that come up playing rep basketball, they're awesome as well. And if I had to say one thing, maybe I could. I don't know if I can. I can say I had 4 fantastic years up until the day, you know, that I left to come back home to have surgery from tearing my Achilles tendon. I had amazing memories, made a lifelong friendship. So those 4 years, they were amazing, and it was because of those people at Chelsea Basketball Association.
Awesome. Coach KATZKI, what qualities do you think are the best to have on the court, and which of those do you look for when evaluating players?
Effort is number one. You got to give great effort. If you're not giving great effort, I don't really want you on my team, personally. Not going to lie.
Right.
Effort. I would say the next thing, I want people that are going to be good teammates, because not everybody on 1 through 12 isn't the same. The 12th person usually isn't as good as the 1 person.
Right.
But we're all on a team, and we all have to make it work. So being a great teammate is something I look for. Now, basketball skill-wise on the court, I like people that can shoot. Shoot. If you can shoot, you're good by me. You will get all the open. You will shoot every open jumper on the planet.
Right.
Those are 3 things.
Gotcha. I like it.
Coach Lovejoy, with everything that has been your basketball story, what is one thing you've taken with you? An example, let's say a certain saying, a song, something physical that sticks with you even as you prepare to coach. This Baystate team.
I think one thing that kind of sticks with me is this Kobe Bryant saying, "You asked for my hustle, I gave you my heart." And that just kind of sticks with me, because if I'm going to do something, I want to do it while giving, 110%. I don't want to never have to look back and be like, I should have did this, or I wish I would have did this. I mean, I know as players, as coaches, we kind of, go back and we critique and think of things we could have changed, made better. But I don't never want to leave anything saying I didn't give it my all. So I think that's one saying that kind of sticks with me throughout me playing or coaching.
Awesome. Coach KATZKI, you've had the experience to coach side some greats in Deion Bird Sr., Curtis Lewis Jr., and head coach Rashad Millage with the boys side. With that being said, how has what you've learned, with them prepared you for this moment as a coach, as an assistant coach?
I would say being an assistant boys coach for the last 6 years, it made me more vocal. Especially the last 2 years, I had to become much more vocal in my role. That was Coach Bird's doing. Wanted us to be more vocal as assistants. I would say that due to that, I'm now much more vocal in the things that we do at practice and in the game and talking to the girls. And so that's probably the biggest thing I learned, was just vocality really matters. And vocality can help just get you wins.
Okay. All right. And now for the both of you, finally. I just witnessed a game and this is the start of the season. You guys are trying to start to get to know who's who, what fits, who fits in, well, what fits where, who fits in, who doesn't. Is the outlook as far as the future for the rest of the season? How are you guys feeling? You know, you got 2 games in, a couple practices in. I know it's early, but can you give us anything?
You go first. So I think for my first year coming in, first we wanted to just build a team, right? We wanted to make sure we had enough players, but as we're kind of going through the games and we're going through the practices and things like that, you know, we're trying to build a culture and we're trying to build camaraderie and things like that. And so I think right now, you know, we looking at the bigger picture. You know, can we pick up 10 wins and see if we can kind of, you know, one of people's couple brackets come February, but yeah, we trying to go big or go home, right? And you know, we're just trying to be better than we were the day before, right? So we had 2 games, didn't go our way, but we're building and we're getting better, and we're you know fixing our mistakes along the way.
Awesome.
And I think that's what matters to us right now. And then you know also having fun, right? And so that's what we're just trying to instill in our girls and get them used to. So. Still early, but we're making strides.
Yes, definitely.
To piggyback off of what Coach Lovejoy said, I would say we're definitely trying to emphasize fun while learning. We have girls that have never played basketball. Some of them, it's their senior year, and this is their first year after playing basketball. So we're still trying to make it fun.
Right.
Because if you're not having fun, then why play?
What's the point? What's the point?
Absolutely.
So it's got to be fun while learning and bringing along the young girls that we have. We have 5 young girls that are going to be the future once all these older players leave.
Okay.
Next year. So it's just about still making the game fun while teaching the girls who are currently here and the girls that are going to be here for the next several years.
Awesome. Well, thank you too. This has been such a pleasure to sit down with y'all and kick it, talk basketball. I'm impressed by what I've seen. Today's game was a nail biter, yo. And I think you guys got a good thing. You know, keep it going. And this ain't nothing I need to tell y'all. But just stay with it, and I think y'all really have a chance to build something big.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coach Jasmine Lovejoy, Coach William KATZKI. Thank you very much for y'all time on Forward Through Sports Talk.
Thank you.
Awesome.